And here we go. We are back up again. Welcome back, everybody. And, well, I hope you are ready. It's 10:06 p.m. CEST, and we are ready for map number 3. Nobody would have even expected this, but Mirage will be starting off between VP Team Orbit. Winner of this will take the matchup today. Of course, I am Milos the Medic. With me is the awesome, legendary Kaya Knight. So, Kaya, how you feeling now? Have this 1-1.
I'm getting worried for Virtus.Pro. I mean, I wasn't really expecting them to show their full game. Obviously, with the 100k Gfinity tournament coming up this weekend, but now we're on Mirage, their home map. I think we could see some sloppy plays, but I think they'll just about have enough quality to see it through in the end.
No, let's see what will happen then. We are still not live, obviously, for anybody that is asking. And oh, there we go. We're reconnecting. Yep, GoTV is lagging, but let's hope this will function. Waiting for the last player from Team Orbit to hop back in. And well, since we have this opportunity, can we talk a bit about certain parts of the map that you have to look out for if you're Orbit or VP when playing such a team play oriented and heavy team play oriented map, especially with person with your experience, Kaya?
Yeah, mid control a lot of the time on both the T and CT side obviously can be crucial on a map like Mirage. If you give away too much mid control to the T's, you give them access to potentially 3 different areas. A, you make it easy for them to boost a player in towards a window room to get behind enemy lines in jungle. And B, you give them access to connector, which allows them to attack the larger A-bomb site from more than one angle and cause problems for the CTs. Because obviously it's much more difficult for the CTs to try and repel an attack when they've got players coming at them from different angles, as opposed to one unidirectional area. And as well, it gives them access towards short, which allows them to try and attack B from both apps and short at the same time, again making it much more difficult for the CTs to hold off an incoming attack. But here we go, we're going to have the knife round, and on a map like Mirage, well, you really want to start off on the CT side, but shame to see that early team attack. You can tell the players are excited to get started.
Well, I think I might just be sticking to Neo, to be honest, because where is Neo? There you go. He's got the shadow daggers, and I know a lot of people still like to see those. I do as well. There's pretty cool knives here. I mean, some people have been calling them the BPs, but can we actually say the word?
For VP. VP for VP.
No homo, my friend, obviously.
British Petroleum for Virtus.Pro.
Are we sponsored by British Petroleum?
Nah, but most people in England just refer to British Petroleum as VP, or BP.
As VP.
But anyways, here we go, here we go.
Let's hope they loaded up the diesel for this one here.
Virtus.Pro would like to be, sponsored by British Petroleum. All that diesel for the plough. But yeah, they've managed to win the knife round. They're going to start on the CT side. I'm going to predict 16-8 in favour of Virtus.Pro. What do you think?
I'm going to see this one more of a 16-6 to 16-7. It's very close, but I do think VP can capitalize fairly well. Well, it does come down to how well they perform on this early pistol. This grenade does come in, and here's the headshot on a Taz. Apparently, Kubin is still not set as actual manager in the game itself, but here's one from Snacks. Try and even up. He turns around, gets the headshot on a Zen, and this is the victory we have been expecting, or I have been expecting at least. And VP will take the first round, but Orbit picking up the bomb plant will mean that they'll be able to full eco this round, and on round 3 able to buy up again. Kubin obviously now switching to the coach side. And ay, godverdomme.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what to laugh at more. The fact that Virtus.Pro played that round with their coach and no one realised, or the fact that he's called himself Jose Cubinho For anyone who doesn't get the reference, Jose Mourinho
Yeah.
is the football manager of Chelsea Football Club. So Cuban has gone and called himself Jose Cubinho. Yeah.
Pretty smart one there.
There's
Hey.
a nice bit of mouse lift coming out from, I think it was Bialy or Snacks with that USP. Casual
Yeah,
180 spin, one tap.
I think
He's feeling at home now on Mirage, you can tell.
Yeah, I think it's because they were in Dubai a couple of weeks ago. Probably, had a night out, after the event with Flusha, and, one thing led to the other.
Give me your aim lock, my friend.
No, you just lift your mouse.
Yeah. And he pulls out his SteelSeries rival, which is an awesome mouse, because we're sponsored by SteelSeries.
Well, not just we're sponsored by SteelSeries, because it is actually a pretty good mouse. But I highly recommend going for the QCK Plus, and if you can find one, a QCK Heavy. That thing is beautiful. I got to play around with a QCK Heavy when I was at Gamescom with a few of my, well, I want to say pro gamer Battlefield players, but I know you'll laugh at me. You're already laughing internally. I know, so you can take it.
What? There's professional Battlefield players?
Yeah, I know. They're playing for, what is it, 60 grand? Yeah, it's nothing. But,
How much?
For 60 grand.
Is that it?
Yeah, man.
Sorry, I'll stop in the Battlefield player.
God damn it.
Yeah. Anyways, Pasha is back.
Oh. It was probably, because usually how Pasha plays is he actually plays with, one arm, and he has his actual, just the hairs on his hand that are playing on the keyboard, and with the other hand, he's actually lifting weights.
I see.
Yeah. How do you think you keep in, how do you think you can keep in action all the time like this? Like, Kaya, I know you used to play, Source before, but your days, they've been long gone here. But let's see if Orbit's days will be shut down, or, well, they're going to be shot into orbit, as so far they did get a bomb plant on round number 1, and nice spray down from Snacks. They're going to be ecoing this round, so next one, they're going to be looking good for a full AK buy.
Yeah, it makes your life so much easier when you win the pistol round on a map like Mirage and build up that 3-0 barrier. Like we covered earlier on, ideally when you're on the T side you're looking for 5 or 6 rounds, so when you get that early 3-0 lead, that's pretty much almost half the job complete, and it's a shame that Team Orbit couldn't do that. But easy peasy lemon squeezy for Virtus.Pro. Team Orbit didn't actually invest that much in the last round because they planted on the pistol. So here we are going to see the early 3rd round buy from the Hungarians. Let's see whether they can utilize those AKs well up against the Pro 90s of Pasha and Taz.
Oh, well, so far, all three, or at least sending one of the players here. Oh, Flashy getting taken down. Bialy with a quick push down on mid, and he's looking for the second, but Nay will be able to frag him down. Again, Taz still holding the angle itself on the T-ramp here. As 2C Farmer looking down on it. Snacks will be able to get the frag, but immediately taken down. Neo, though, getting one of his own to make it a 3-2. And here's the P90 from Taz. Yeah, rotating back, but the bomb is all the way into main. 3v1 as Nay is all on his own, and it's going to be a bit difficult to crack this one. And pretty much no damage done. 2 kills is really not that much. In a round like this, when you're going for a full buy on round 3 for the T's, this might be turning into a 4-0 for VP, at least in total. And let's see, this is Counter-Strike again, and Nay, all hopes on him. But no, Leo takes him down. Well done.
Yep. Found him in the end, and Team Orbit, of course, find themselves back on only pistols. And question is, are they going to try and force things up? I don't think it's going to be worth it when you consider the current amount of money they have. Most likely we'll see P250s and Tech 9s, and there it is. Only the Farmer on a Glock. Maybe, just maybe, you'll be saving up for an AWP later on, even though we didn't really see him AWP much earlier on. Particularly on Cobblestone, he's mainly trying to utilise the P90, which worked for them somewhat. But anyways, let's see whether Virtus.Pro can march into a 4-0 lead. Talking about the Farmer, he's going to get a headshot with that Glock. And now Team Orbit, they've been spotted at mid, but that player, the Virtus.Pro player on short, has got to be careful not to isolate himself. Zen gets spotted by Bayali, just hiding behind the bench. Snacks has received intel that someone's hiding at mid, but he's not hiding anymore. Flashy gets decimated towards the top left of mid. And, well, Snacks has anticipated people coming underground as well, but the Farmer with his second Glock frag, Pasha should be able to mow down these last few remaining players with a P90. And a bit ironic, don't you think, that it was actually the Team Orbit player who had the Glock who managed to get both frags, but I think they'll
Glock
be
will be
relatively
confirmed
happy by the fact that they got 2 kills anyways, considering how low they actually spent into that round. But this is where they need to shine now. Dead Fox has the AWP. We saw how much of an important player he was on Cobblestone. Let's see if he can refine that form now here on Mirage.
And it's going to be interesting what Fox can actually pull off in this one. Wants to peek through mid. Still not finding anybody on that ramp, but Taz will be the first to fall to A. And this is the opening frag that they've been looking for. Again, if you don't have that team play, that consistent, smoke-off situations, you can't really play it too well on that T side here. As Farmer gets the second on a Pasha. He takes a lot of damage, but still 5 players up. Team Orbit looking good. And this one, Bialy on the B side. They're going for a 1-1-1. One on each site and one holding mid here, as you see Neo. As he's still playing between jungle and window room. And Team Orbit, you can see the bomb is all the way on top of the map, trying to make its way to B. They are indeed rotating all the players over there.
They've got to make sure that they check that right-hand corner. I've seen so many times these professional teams just completely neglect it and forget, and then end up paying the price. It's all pressure on Bayali now. I feel if he goes down, 2 men up against a potential 4 or 5, it's no way going to be enough for Team Orbit. And Bayali gets one. Neo is quick on the rotation. Knows there's going to be more coming in. Manages to drop Dead Fox, and he's going to continue to go aggressive. All eyes on bench as he waits for his teammate in Snacks to rotate over. Farmer, I think he may have heard Snacks' feet on short. Kills one, shows his back to Snacks, but in a 2 versus 1, there's no way really that Snacks should be able to win this. But then again, this is Snacks and he knows the final player's at bench. No idea why Nay bothered to peek. Snacks searches, Snacks clutches. Hat-trick for him. And he'll defuse as well. And that was a round that you can't help but feel Team Orbit should not by any means have lost.
Not at all, especially with the 2 entry frags. If you could have seen me here, I am jumping all the way around in my chair here. This was one hell of a retake on the site, and we'll save it to make it 5-0 VP. They come out of nowhere, and they are still well and alive as Orbit, with the bomb plant, with the kills down, they will be able to max up on AKs yet again. And this is one hell of a crazy matchup, especially on this final map of the tie-up 1-1 again. Orbit going for the 2 kills to start it off, but there's still one left unchecked. And mid, and here is Snacks. He spots out one, but no! Unable to get the frag. Nay takes him down. Dead Fox will get refragged, but at this point, Pasha so low on health. Really, I'm not expecting anything other than VP just pulling back and Pasha saving that M4, maybe grabbing an extra kill at the end of it.
Yeah, they lost to 4 versus 2 in the last round, but I think the Hungarians have learnt from their mistakes. Did very well to get the mid control and drop the Virtus.Pro players who were going a little bit too aggressive for my liking. But anyways, is Pasha going to peek? He will be able to spot Zen, but he was actually flashy. He was watching his teammates back. Really good cover there. And finally, Team Orbit with something to smile about.
And finally, they're able to pick up a round. These have been huge investments so far. Well, they are starting to pay off. VP with 3 of their players fairly low on cash. They're not really feeling the heat enough to go for a 4 spy, so we're going to see him picking up 2 P250s, 2 Deagles here. Flashy doing a bit of extra damage, and the Farmer always going the first up into the map. He's going through mid. He gets one on a Taz, and he is the spearhead of this Spartan push, or this Magyar push, if you will. This Orbit find themselves the first kill in this counter eco.
Yeah, you wouldn't really expect Virtus.Pro to do much. I'd have liked to see him maybe stack one of the 2 bomb sites and try and take a gamble with only these pistols. We've got Bialy, who's still on the silenced USP, So not really expecting him to deal too much damage up against his armoured opponents with helmets too, of course, because the helmet can be very beneficial when you're up against the CTs with M4s, which aren't one-shot headshots as opposed to the AK. But, yeah, here we go. Here's more of a stack. They've left Snacks on A all by himself, and one of the Virtus.Pro players rotated more towards B, but Snacks, the call's going to come in that players are going to be marching straight towards the A-bomb site. Dead Fox was the lurker at mid and stopped Pasha trying to rotate. Nay chimes in with one of his own. And it's that man I mentioned earlier with just the USP to try and clutch things. Doubt he's even going to try and get anywhere near this A-bomb site. He's only got a USP, so there's no point trying to save it. But he's most likely going to see if he can catch an exit frag or two, try and force one of these Team Orbit players into trying to spend, or rather into having to spend some money come the next round. But he won't be able to do that. It's so difficult when your opponents have armor.
Yep, that is for sure. Again, with the thing is, there's so much aim punch when you don't have that armor on, that even if you are, more accurate than the player that's against you, when you're hit just by one shot, your aim is just going to go all over the place. Now VP able to buy it. Look at that pop flash, a bit too late. Taz still holding the angle. Takes down 2, unable to spam the 3rd here as Bialy on jungle, waiting around. He wants to survive and spring down through 1! And the 2nd from Pasha. Pasha with the last one. What a defense here from VP. Through the smoke, they're able to grab the final frags, and Orbit, they're able to buy up again, even buy up for their teammates. It's going to be a full AK. And VP, they need to win this one to keep their economy afloat.
Yeah, it was a nice concept from Team Orbit where they upped the tempo a lot and went straight through a ramp and managed to overpower the defending CTs. But then they were so fussed by the players playing in jungle that they completely neglected CT spawn. So fair play to Virtus.Pro as well. The mid player in Pasha, I believe it was, rotated incredibly fast. But this is typical Virtus.Pro. Up close, aggressive and personal. Really making or leaving a sour taste in the mouths of their opponents. They pushed straight up mid, gave their opponents little to no breathing space. But now the question is, are they going to live to regret that? Taz doesn't give a damn. He's going to continue to go aggressive. I think he may have heard footsteps going towards underground. That's why Pasha's gone all the way over to B now. The call has come in, and we have 2 players heading towards the B bomb site. They're going to rotate because of the intel that they've got. Meanwhile, I think that Taz is going to play just from connector play, relatively passive from maybe the window room. Doesn't want to leave himself on the A bomb site and go down and leave him and the rest of his teammates at a man disadvantage. So this is good, but for me, the second the Team Orbit players come straight out of B apps, Pasha needs to get at least 1 frag here. Flash is going to try and fake the A push, but I don't think Taz will fall for it.
No, not at all, especially with 30 seconds left. There we go. He gets the frag. They know exactly what's going. Bialy checking lower. Pasha spraying through. He does get that eventual frag. It makes it a 1 versus 1. 8 bullets left in the magazine as he's missing the shots, but he's still set behind. You have to admire this control from Pasha as he does not fall. Left on 2 health. For Taz to end the round. Well done here, 7-2, and Team Orbit might be looking to eco here as VP's economy is starting to continue rolling, and we're going to be seeing a smoke round with PJ50s and a Tech 9. Again, Farmer still stuck on that Glock. Has been pretty much his best bet at that point.
Yeah, I feel like Team Orbit play that last round wrong. When it's 3 versus 3, even though this is a slightly CT-sided map, it works in your favour when you're on the T side, and they went and split off that single player over towards the A bomb site by himself. And it didn't
my God, Taz! 4 players down, Zen finally able to get the final frag, but there we go. Knife from Snacks to end it. What a fantastic fashion. Oh my God. Kaya, this is...
It wasn't exactly difficult up against the full eco opponents, was it? Want to change your underwear?
I love these kinds of plays.
They all lined up for him.
Yep, one by one they fall. And what was that? Well, let's see if he can do it again. And oh my God, Bialy through the flash. He takes down 1. Neo with the 2nd. Bialy with another. Flashy will be able to get 1 on Stacks, but Pasha catching Zen off guard. And this is a bit of a precarious play from Team Orbit. They just go in. They have no battle plan. Just pretty much, oh, let's push all around the map and let's see what we can break through. And they got nothing here. This Neo falls to the AK of Nay. They know exactly where he is. And think they might have even spotted that bomb, saying they know where to converge on.
Yep. Nay's basically a ticking time bomb right now. Pasha went aggressive in the B halls, realised no one was there, held that position. And the second Neo had gone down, Pasha knew that there was a high chance that one of the players was going to come through. And he did in the end. And 9-2 at the moment. Team Orbit, of course, could still maybe bring it back to 9-6. Financially looking pretty dire right now. Maybe 10-5 is more realistic. But Virtus.Pro being on the more expensive CT side, they've still built up so much bank where they could still maybe lose one more round and still be able to force it up again and keep the pressure on. But you got to feel sorry for Team Orbit. They've struggled to really get any plants down as well, which isn't exactly doing their economy any favours.
That is for sure. And I'm checking chat real quick. Taz playing better than Lewandowski. That is a bit of a crazy thing to say, but yes, he is the Lewandowski, the Polish Counter-Strike player that is the equal of Lewandowski. We do have a pause, a bit of a tactical pause from Team Orbit. No, there's a bit of a TeamSpeak problem, but hopefully they can use this pause here to just sit back and look, boys, what are we doing wrong? We are playing now on the pistols. It's 9-2. It's so difficult to come back. Again, this is a CT-sided map, but we have to make a bomb plant. We have to get something rolling. And getting that extra bomb plant, might even give us an advantage to get an op maybe, but no. They don't even care. They're throwing everything out of the window. They're going for a Tech 9 armor play. This has to come, pretty much this entire Tech 9 armor play comes down to your timings. If you're able to push onto the CTs very quickly on the site, you will overwhelm the defense, and hopefully you'll be able to get a bomb plant before the actual rotate comes in for the defense, with most of your players to some extent intact. Now, we'll see how this one starts off as that train is lining up in the back of B.
Yeah, the main worry right now for Virtus.Pro is if they go aggressive towards the A bomb site, they'll read the game perfectly. But there we go, smokes have been thrown over, but the CTs have put defensive smokes of their own, and well, Bayali can mow them down. Pasha gets one of his own, looking to make a few more frags happen. And there we go, easy peasy lemon squeezy for the Virtus Plow. And we can forget what happened on Cobble, we can forget what happened on Train. It's a BO1 now, essentially, and Virtus.Pro are living the dream.
Yep, 10-2. They are looking good, and that CT side banked up correctly. Again, they are very, very strong on Mirage, pretty much their best map. And even playing on that T side, even losing rounds, it's not going to matter. If they're so far ahead, they can't afford to do whatever they want. But Team Orbit, with a bit of a sliver of hope here, able to buy up again. But here is Zen to be the first casualty in this entry skirmish. Do see Farmer trying to peek through that T ramp. That Snack's getting one. Dead Fox refracking finally onto Bialy. Farmer peeking in, getting the frag onto Taz. Now Neo with a smoke from window room, but it is 2 versus 3. Yes, well, make that a 3v1 as Dead Fox left on 15 health. I think it's Team Orbit here, especially with that final positioning from Nay, peeked out the first time into mid, and then even though he saw the 2 players that are looking at him, he peeked up again, and that did not help his cause at all, as he is resting on the ground.
Yeah, no, the Team Orbit players are always finding themselves taking 1 versus 1 battles, and they should know by now that Virtus.Pro don't really give a monkey's toss. They're continuously going aggressive up mid. As soon as they've got that mid control, they're then starting to push one of the 2 bomb sites to full on get the intel with regards to where their opponents are actually stood. And this is the problem when you're Team Orbit. How do you counteract that kind of play? You step back, you play more passive, you wait for the opponents to fall into your trap and come into you. But even when they've tried doing that, they're still losing those individual aim battles. And a lot of it is actually down to great grenade use from Virtus.Pro. But here we go. Oh my god, how can they not check Dark Spot properly? Taz comes in and the rotation is as quick as a hair as Bialy sprays through that smoke. Drops Flashy. Neo with an AWP kill as well. He will finally get fragged. And it's 2 versus 2. This is Orbit's chance now to get their 3rd round on the board. But oh my god, they're going to walk completely past Pasha. Pasha's actually searching for the last terrorist. Finds him in the end. Nay, the horse goes down. And whew, Team Orbit, fortunately, gonna be going into this final round of the first half with a bit of money to spend, but they're just making far too many small yet effective errors that are costing them these rounds, which you cannot afford. On the less favoured terrorist side on Mirage, Virtus.Pro are just several levels above their opposition at the moment.
Yep, and you certainly cannot make any mistakes versus VP because they will exploit them. Look at Nate getting fragged out. Neo in a perfect position. Try and pull them off, and he's spraying through, almost taking down his teammates. As he pulls back, here's the bomb on the ground, and this is terrible. Oh, final frag will come from Snacks to make it 13-2 for first half. This is the plow on all 12 cylinders. I mean, this is pretty much... This is an Aston Martin Volante coming around versus Orbit. I mean, they're pretty much a Renault 12 at this point versus the Polos.
Citroen C4.
A C4.
Oh, what do you mean C5, bro? C4. The bomb. Oh. Go back to Battlefield, dude. Nice.
Oh my lord.
But anyways, guys, go show some love to our sponsors, Twitch, eGaming Bet, SteelSeries, G2A, and CSGO Lounge. And go follow GOCL. None of this would be possible without them. Go show them some love on VK, Twitter, and Facebook. They're giving away some skins at the moment. But here we go, the plow. Well, they've completely cleared this A-bomb site. And they're not even going to stand on top of it. They want to take the game to the CTs. Zen gets a double with that silenced USP, though. Taz returns it, sees the foot of Nay. Should be able to nail him in the face as well, and he does. And here we go, 3 versus 2.
Not any easier. Here's one, here's two. And Dead Fox is last alive. This is not good at all. They know exactly what he's doing here. None of these shenanigans are going to pass through Virtus.Pro. As here's the turnaround, and Neo takes it to make it 14-2 for VP side. This is fantastic. As now, with Orbit on that CT side, they're going to be force buying 2 rounds in a row. And with a force buy on the second round, which is obviously what you're going to be doing, they're not going to have anything to play with or much to be playing with next round. And Snacks, at this point, he does not give a single damn. That's a sawed-off in hand. Is Pasha right behind, and here is Neo up front with the AK in hand. He's going to check each one of the sites, but nicely done. Flashy will get the first one. And here's another from Dead Fox with the scout. Drop down, Bialy gets one, spraying for the second, but Nate actually gets one more. 2 MP7s left. Kobe from Taz. Zen. This might actually turn into a round win for Orbit. Is down to a 3v1. Taz on 11 health. He taps one. He is not able to tap the second, and he rests. So... well, no homo, my friend, next to his Ted T buddy. A nice round from Orbit. They're going to be buying up versus VP now. VP, 14-3. They're happy with it. They're going to be force buying.
Yeah, they want to keep the pressure on. They don't want to allow these CTs to build up any bank. But why not? They know that CTs don't have M4s, so you might as well take them on with these armor pistol buys. We know how strong, how good the pistols are in CSGO. It's just about being able to get in the right position to utilize them, and that's being up close and personal. Hence the boost straight into window room. Snacks goes in with the Rec 9. He's going to pick up a FAMAS. He's now confirmed behind enemy lines. Let's see whether he can utilize this well. The information has been retrieved that there are players hiding in connector, but Snacks in a wonderful position to get not just one kill. No, he couldn't get the second, and now Bialy and Taz left all alone. It's all down to Taz, the veteran, who picks up that MP9. He's got one to his right and one to his left, and the main issue here is he's made so much noise that Flashy knew where he was going to be coming from, but it was a half-decent attempt, at least, from Virtus.Pro, and Snacks at least impressed me with his Rec 9 powers.
Yeah, I mean, with the Rec 9, you don't even need a rifle. I mean, let's be honest here. Rifles are just use a Tech 9 and you're good to go in CS:GO here. Flashy blocking his teammate a bit, but 4-14. Is this the comeback we have been waiting for? VP are back on the pistols. 2 P250s, a Deagle on Snacks. Well, Snacks is rotating from lower. He's making a lot of noise, though, and this flash is perfect. Dead Fox gets the frag, but Pasha with another. Taz still moving around from lower. Moving in, picks up the Deagle. And Taz is looking for damage. Bialy falls with another. Taz still moving around from lower. Moving in, picks up the Deagle. And Taz is looking for damage. Bialy falls. The positioning here, I mean, you have that mid-control, but what can you do? Which site do you go for? Just Team Orbit are all on this. And here's another from Ney. Last is Pasha. And will Papa Pasha make this happen with a deagle? Will he pull up a happy? Nope, he won't. Just going to fall to the ground. And a well done Team Orbit, 5-14, but VP able to buy up again.
Yeah, well, no one's really expecting Virtus.Pro to win that round, and this is their time to shine. Those new shiny AKs are out and ready to rumble, and Virtus.Pro are going to be hungry to try and find the all-important match point. 16 is what they need to win this map and the game, 2-1. So let's see whether they can do it. Taz anticipating an aggressive counter-terrorist in the upper apps area. That aggressive CT was actually Zen, who got finished off. And now Milosh hits advantage to Virtus.Pro. Do you think they can capitalize on it?
Well, look at their health right now. Neo on 55, Tez on equal. Snacks now getting taken down by Dead Fox. They still have that op in hand, but Dead Fox falling 3v3, and the headshot from Ney getting down. 2 players in a row. Taz and Bialy have to actually make it through the Farmer, and Farmer does nothing there. It's a very, very good spot here to check. Flashy, Ney, 2 left alive. Grenade falling to try and thin down Flashy. She's down to 76 health. But the bomb is still in mid, and at this point, Orbit are playing it perfectly. They don't have to push, they just have to watch that bomb, and they should be getting a clear win here. It's not a beautiful Counter-Strike, but it is a very, very good tactical advantage to start off this side. And Flashy with 1 last alive is obviously Taz in window room. And there is no information to play out of here. Well done.
Yeah, I was actually a bit disappointed with that. I feel like Taz and Bialy could have coordinated that peek towards mid a little bit better. Could have said, right, Taz, mate, you peek the top of mid and Delpan, and then I'll peek the lower area towards the underground area from Connector. And then, who knows, it might have ended a little bit differently, or maybe Bialy may not have even gotten killed, and then that CT at the top of mid may have found himself in a 2 versus 1 situation, and Virtus.Pro may have found match point. But it's not over until the Fat Lady sings, and Team Orbit, they're on the more favoured CT side. Sure, they're starting to slowly get back into this, but let's see whether they can get their 7th round on the board. Zen's got to be careful. You can never underestimate Virtus.Pro with these pistols. Snack is actually going to chase down Dead Fox, nails him in the head with the P250 as Taz hunts down Zen in CT spawn. He will dispose of him as well. And let's see if Virtus.Pro can at least get a bomb plant. There it is.
No, this is perfect for them. This is the minimum you're expecting here. Taz, with no armor, obviously cannot really control that M4 even up close here. Bialy getting a frag with the CZ, almost taking down the second. So they do a lot of economical damage and got a bomb plant. Not too shabby of an eco. But Kaya, here's the thing. I like this sentence better than what you said it's not over until the Fat Lady sings. I like it, more like it's not over until the Fat Caster sings. This is like a bit of a cheeky play. So,
Who's the Fat Caster?
Obviously it's you. I mean, if you count the hair, it does weigh quite a bit into you. I mean, it's what, like 50% of your weight? Oh my oh my lord, Ney with 1, Dead Fox with the 2nd, and there is no hair blocking their eyesight as Snacks trying to make a frag, and there we go. He does end up getting one on a Dead Fox to turn it into a 3v3.
Snacks, he's managed to creep into jungle, and Team Orbit now find themselves a man to the bad, and Snacks in a great position to stop the rotating Flashy. Flashy's not able to deal any damage onto the Snaximus Prime. They've got to be careful. There is a CT hiding at ramp, and Farmer could potentially go huge here if he times this correctly. Taz is going and looking for him, and there is the frag. And Taz is going to call this out to the rest of his teammates. We see Snacks to the left just patiently waiting for the Farmer to show himself. And in this 2 versus 2, I actually fancy Team Orbit to maybe take this if they can coordinate it well.
Well, nicely done from Snacks to finish off Flashy. They wanted to go for a timing push, but that flash coming in from Snacks down from CT will make it so Virtus.Pro actually move on to our map and match point. And now Team Orbit, look at that. There's not a lot of cash to go around. Every victory they've been having on that CT side has been them losing, 3-4 players, and it's not a sustainable economic situation. They're going through 3-5-7s, the 2 M4s, basically anything they can get their hands on. And VP are looking to close this one out. And there you go, two for Snacks.
Snacks in his prime, gets a double. Zen's got a frag with the 5-7, but he's got to be careful. More are coming his way. Him and Dave chiming in with the 5-7s. And Team Orbit, it seems like they may very well live to fight another day. Especially if Flashy manages to somehow kill Taz. Needs to pick up his bomb, does Taz. But you know what? Flashy has done it. Fantastic 5-7 work from Zen. And they're just about hanging on here. Virtus.Pro, they invested really heavily into that last round, so I'm interested to see whether Bayali decides to drop Tech 9s or they maybe force it up or something along those lines with an armor pistol tactic. But this game ain't over yet, Milosh.
Nope. Well, you called it 16-8. I called it 16-7, but it seems like a minimum of 16-9 is what we're going to be seeing. But, well, VP, as we were saying, on that pistol eco, Bayali, the only player with the armor. Obviously, they want to equalize the amount of cash between everybody so they can have a more, manageable economy. But look at Nay. He takes down 2. Make that 3. Dead Fox with another. And Taz is last alive as Team Orbit make it 9-15. And VP are able to buy up again.
Yeah, if Team Orbit can win this one and enter double digits, then this game, even though Virtus.Pro will only need one round to win it, could really get hot and spicy. I think could really get interesting. Let's see whether it's going to pan out that way. No players for Virtus.Pro heading towards the A-bomb site. Most players going straight towards B, and Snacks is going to get caught with his pants down, but oh no, Zen can't capitalize with that silence there before gets traded by Taz in the end, and the 4 versus 4 situation will slightly favour Virtus.Pro, but Farmer pushed a ramp. And I'm sure we're going to start seeing the orbit rotations come in more towards this B side now that they've got this information that Virtus.Pro must be either outside of B or at mid.
Well, they are indeed in mid, but we've seen this time and time again where a team holds off mid but aren't really able to capitalize on anything here. But Neo jumping down into window room, getting taken down. They had a team flash here, would have helped them up.
Flash has done really well to get one frag, but the problem now is that B bomb site has been given over towards the Virtus.Pro. One of the rotators has been spotted. I felt like Dead Fox didn't have to jump in all by himself, but this 2 versus 1 situation should be perfect now for Team Orbit. One player hold the defuse, the other go in search of this final terrorist and act as a bodyguard, but they're going to face him 1 versus 1. Farmer sprays and prays. He's not going to be able to get the frag, but he might just have enough cover to get the defuse. And oh my god, Taz has actually allowed him to get it.
Oh my god.
He's going to stay hidden. I think there may have been a little bit of miscommunication with the Virtus.Pro players, either regarding where the bomb was planted, or Taz thought it was definitely going to be a fake, but you know what they say, pros don't fake.
I cannot believe this, Kyanite. I cannot believe that defuse actually happened. That's gonna, ease the salt a bit with everybody, trash talking for the MG2 thing. But hey, Team Orbit now on 10-15, and after that thrashing in the first half, who would have thought they would have actually been able to get to double digits? My god, here. FAMAS on a rest with M4s, and Snacks will only retire with that Tech 9 in hand, as a push on A will be happening. Here we go. Taz with 1, Neo with the 2nd to spray down Farmer. And the rotate is a bit slow from Team Orbit. They're trying to catch them off guard. And here's another from Taz, AK on the Zen. 2 players remaining. This might just be the cleanup here, but no. Flashy not calling it quick. C gets taken down, and here we go. 16-10 will be the scoreline for the game. And this is fantabulous, as VP take it 2-1